So, you say you want that special woman, a girlfriend, a wife, a fiance, and you even prayed that God would bring her to you. And now, what do? You don't like waiting. You think you need to go out there and make it happen. If it's going to be, it's up to me. There is a lot of truth in that statement. If it's going to be a mess, it's completely up to me. If it's going to be good, I just need to take advantage of the opportunities God presents to me, instead of thinking I can make it happen faster and better than what He can. How many of you have prayed for the nice girl, the right girl, the perfect girl, the beautiful girl? And you wait, and nothing happens. But something is happening. You are being changed. You want this person, this girl, this patient, loving, faithful, kind, truthful, understanding, supportive girl who is cooperative or submissive. But what are you? Do you deserve a girl like that? Can you handle a girl like that? How would you treat a girl like that? Do you even know how she wants to be treated? Oh, and maybe you'd say, I'll be nice to her, I'll treat her good. Well, did you ever stop to think that most women don't like nice guys? Now, am I meaning that you should treat her badly? No, I'm not saying that. But women don't want to be treated the way you think they do, nor do they want to be treated the way you want to be treated. So it might be a good idea first to change yourself and become the man that all women want to be with and all men want to be like. And what is that? What does that look like? Of course, that's an exaggeration, but we should always aspire to the best, perfection, realizing that we're never going to be perfect on this earth. But it's a goal, and accept and be grateful for the progress that we do make. You have to change yourself. You have to understand that women are not like you. You will never be able to fully understand a woman, and anybody who says he can is not being completely honest. Because unless you've been a woman, maybe you have in a previous life, if you believe in that, you have no idea what it's like. Well, you may have an idea, but unless you've walked a mile in their shoes, you can't really fully emphasize with what it's like to be a woman. I wouldn't want to be a woman myself. I like being a man. I think it's tough being a woman. And these guys that cry about it's tough to be a man nowadays, that they're not appreciated. Nobody cares about them except for what they can do. I say get off your pity pot and be a man. And be glad you're a man. Be grateful for what you are and what you have. Men rule the world with their strength. Okay? Women have power, but in a different way. They have the power of persuasion, the power of the feminine. And it's been downplayed in our society to where it's practically, the significance of it is practically meaningless. And that is ridiculous. They push women to be men and men to be women. Men to be more in their feminine and women to be more in their masculine. Well, how well is that working with the 50% divorce rate, 80 to 90% of educated women initiating that divorce? It's not working too well. But women have great power, but it's not the same power men have. Now, is that to say men's power is better than women's power? No. These two forces, the masculine and the feminine, when put together, create a power greater than each of them individualized. But what we have here in the West is a division. It's like the men against women, the women against men. Not everybody, of course, but it's kind of a push now, kind of a common thing. Like we're enemies. We must remember that a house divided against itself cannot stand. Whether the house is significant of a nation or of yourself. Your conscious mind, in contrary or contradicting your subconscious mind, cannot stand. You have to be congruent with your conscious and your subconscious. It's the same way in all other outer aspects of your life. All other outer aspects of your life. You cannot have a house with a man and a wife contradicting each other constantly and have a strong house. But how do you come to the point where you understand this? First, you have to be open-minded. You have to realize that she is not like you. She has her own ideas, her own opinions. She's a very emotional creature. And she acts basically on her emotions. She does not want you to be in your emotions. She looks to you for stability, for strength, to be her rock in the storms of life. And she has many more emotional storms than you have. She will express those. And when she does, you can't get all upset and try to convince her of this and of that. You need to listen. If she's attacking you personally, then you just walk away until she calms down. You'll find out that that is the solution many times to your disagreements with women. They have to allow the emotions to subside before they can see things rationally. Now, is this belittling women? No, not at all. They're just different. The positive side of that is this. If you're out, let's say you're out in a business meeting, a luncheon or a dinner with your girl, and you're meeting with a couple other gentlemen, and maybe there's a couple other women there. And you're talking about a business deal. And your wife is sitting there listening, or your girlfriend, and later on she talks to you and says, something doesn't feel right about that man that wants to go into partnership with you. And you're thinking, well, look, this is what he's going to do, and I'm going to do this, and it's a great deal for me. And she said, yes, I understand that, but something isn't right. Now, if you have a good woman who's stable as women can be, she can sense something that you can't sense because women are very intuitive. They can sense things that go right over your head as a man because you're more into your logic, you're more into your rationale than she is. You need to listen to her. The same as you need to learn to listen to your own intuition. Or we say listen to your gut. As I'm telling you this, what I'm trying to emphasize is women and men together are stronger than either one of them apart. So we need to get back to realizing that we are a part of a whole. Now that doesn't mean we can't be individual. You don't need a woman to be successful, nor does she need you, at least in today's society, to have a life, a decent life. Because men have set up a system that allows women to be more independent. Although in the end, they still are dependent upon men to provide this for them. But without women, the human race will become extinct. So we need each other. So let's quit fighting each other and let's try to work together and understand and accept our differences and realize that we will never know what it's like to be a woman. We will never be able to nurture and support kids the way a woman can. We can do it in our way, and we need to do that. Kids need men in their lives, as well as women and men need each other. I can't do it as well on my own as I could with a good wife, and I've raised these 6 kids by myself for over 12 years. There are times when I realize they need their mother. And in reverse of that, a woman raising kids on her own, there are times when those kids need a man, a father. That's the way things were made to work. Nature always wins. And if you don't believe that, think about these great levees they build upon the river. Oh, they're going to last forever. And guess what happens? One day we have a flood and the levee breaks. Tornadoes destroy buildings that supposedly are tornado-proof. Earthquakes come along and destroy buildings which are prepared and supposed to last through earthquakes. Nature always wins. You can't go against nature. You can cooperate with the laws of nature, as the Wright brothers did, and learn to use the laws of lift to overcome the law of gravity. But you cannot defeat it. You cannot negate the laws of nature. And when we try, what happens? It doesn't end well for humanity. So that's it for today. Know yourself, know what you want, believe it's possible, take advantage of the opportunities which are presented to you once you have your vision in your mind, and you will achieve what you believe because you are a powerful creator. Yeah, you may not believe that, but you are. But if you don't believe it, you can't receive it. Take care. Have a great day.